Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you guys. I hope you are doing great today. So this is a Sunday market breakdown. We're just going to look at a few pairs, starting with the Australian Canadian dollar. Uh, by the way, this coming week it will be NFP week. Friday it will be NFP week. So what are we looking at right now at AUDCAD is overall we have this channel right here, right? We started from this, having this channel right here, whichever, right? Price moving bearish in this channel, right? So take out this. Within that channel, what do we notice? We have a counter trend within that channel, which is this one right here, which at this current moment has its price actually broken, right? So its upward momentum was taken at this area right here as C, right? So looking back at previous market structure, we can see it recently took out this high right here, causing what? Manipulation of price right here, right? So this was a manipulation spot, right? So let me delete this. Just to come back to this, we can see that price has taken this what? This upward momentum price. So what we will look at right now, we're going to look at where is price trading at. Currently from market close last week Friday, it closed at 91,950, close to 9200 support structure, right? And below that it'll be 9100, right? As support, and above that we look at 9300, 3000. I'm just saying 100 by the way. So if we go further below here, we go to the 9500 area. We use that as a area in the 4 hour though, and we have 9000 right there. Let me just take out this for now. Oh, but it is providing support for structure, right? So above this we have 400, right? So between that it would be 93,500. I'll just turn these into a blue color because this structure is actually the structure I'm going to use in a 4 hour time frame. The rest I'm going to take out looking at the range. So what we can see is we have this downward momentum of price because we broke that overall uptrend, right? So we are currently looking for selling opportunities. Given that we also add a support turn resistance right here, right? We have a support turned into what? Resistance. It's a breakout and retest at a 9200 area. So we could actually look for shorting opportunities around this area right here, right? So on that contrary, I'll just take this out to make my charts a bit cleaner. Um, So this is the range I'm actually looking at trading. So if you could see price push down from this area, possibly find support at the 9500 right here. This could provide for a neckline into a what? A bigger structure which would be a what? A head and shoulder formation, right? So we could see continuation of price right here. So we could have this head and shoulder what? Formation right here. So this is uh, the plan that I have on this trade by taking short here and possible liquidation at this area right here. So when we go down the time frame on the 4 hour time frame, what are we noticing from the 4 hour time frame, man? We have sell side liquidity right at this area. I'll just take this like this. Let's structure there. Alright. So overall we are bearish given we have this right here as well. So this is high probability because this trend line resistance also adds as confluence. So we could have price playing around this area here, taking a bit of that imbalance right there, right? And then we could see it plummet down. Or we could possibly have liquidation of this area here, liquidate this area, and then we could see potential patterns going down, right? So to make this neater, um, to make this neater, what I'm saying is, you could look at this high here, serve as a liquidation area, right? So which means price could play around right here, right? Cause a break, which in this term would be a fake out, right? Because breakout traders would think of this as a buying market and buy from that breakout, right? And traders who are trading support and resistance specifically, a few of them would look at it as what? As a breakout upon this resistance area. So they would wait for that retest, the price, and a continuation, right? Which is not something I'm against or saying it's not possible. It's also a possibility. But what's more probable to happen for pies is for it to actually take out this liquidity here, break inside of this area here, and then on lower time frames possibly create a flag pattern which we could take what sells from going to liquidate with sell side liquidity right here, right? And the further continuation into this support structure right here, right? So let me just take this out. So that's it for AUDCAD. There's not much I would look into it actually. Um, if you would actually look at this as a demand supply area, checking that it broke the structure here, right, caused a bit of manipulation there, and they'll take this as a supply area, right? So they could trade this from this right here, saying it's supply, but I'm actually looking for a liquidation of that supply, taking up the buy stops around here and the stop losses at this area here, right? There are a lot of stop losses and buy stop liquidity, right? So this is just liquidity above that I'm waiting for price to be taken, right? So that's it from AUDCAD. I'll stick to the daily and the 4 hour time frame. Um, so you would look to buy into that area, but it's too close for me, and trading a reversal in a selling market, it's not something I actually like doing, right? Um, can also check this as a pattern setup, right? So we could have first touch, second touch right there, and our third touch could come right around these areas here, right? Which means could play around in the right? So that's what I'm looking for AUDCAD, exposing that area here, taking the sales or liquidity, trading within this whole range right here to 93,000 and 90,000. Right? We know how we got to those numbers. So, what's our next play? Let's look at AUDUSD. Let me just wipe this out. A bit of miss. Took some buys last week from AUDUSD as seen. Um, and also gold, we took some few buys. We had nice trades on gold as well. Um, so let's go on the daily time frame firstly for this trade. Excuse me, I have a flu coming down. So looking at this pair AUD what do we see? We see an overall channel as well, starting from that top right there, right? We have an overall bearish channel as seen here. From these buys here, we've been bullish, right? We've been bullish with price pushing higher. So there are possibilities for us to continue this movement all the way up to this area right here, right? To take out these high possibly. And then we could see reversals from this area going down, which means this could have been a whole corrective move to break below and actually come and test here, right? So, delete overall structure is telling us we could be going bullish, but we are looking at the current price market, which is around this area here. So, where is price? 67,500, right? As a support number, which is not this wide. And then above that, obviously, you have 6,800, and above 6,800, you have 6,900, right? And then below that, 66,000 would be my number, and below 66,000 would be 6,500, right? So, where is current price currently? As you see, we have a support. Actually, this area right here, that's kind of quite busy. So it's a high area of manipulation, right? Which means price can break above, expose this level. But if it does break above and close here, we would see a push. We would possibly see a push to the upside, breaking this and closing above, and then exposing that area right here, right? To have a what head and shoulder formation coming from this structure right here, right? And looking at that trading like this, right? So you're even further below actually. Let me delete this. Yeah, this is still going. But for now, what am I noticing? Remember guys, I trade what I see, right? I'm not fully biased on a certain strategy. I just put the knowledge that I have and I make it make sense upon the charts as I'm looking at it. So looking at price right now, if I were to take this away and just look at this whole range alone, right? We can see we kind of tapped into a what the supply area. As you can see, drop base drop. We tapped into that area. We had rejection, and we covered that with this bearish candle here, this daily candle here. Uh, Following day, which was a Friday, you can see price actually rallying up, which means it closing above the 67,500 level. We could see potential mitigation, further mitigation of this supply here, right? Now, if price gets in here and then we see a possible change of character upon the supply area, and we could see price breaking up below here, we would look for it to actually continue selling short, and that would be a corrective type pattern that we'd be looking at, right? But if it doesn't present any changes of character, and we could see a possible mitigation above, we would see price actually having a closure above 6,800 and having its continuation buys into that level, that 69,000 level, which also serves to provide as what? As a resistance structure right there, right? So I'll just take everything out and I'll come back to looking at this range here on the smaller time frame, which would be the 4 hour time frame, right? So we have a high, we have a low, right? This is the high provided, and this high actually traded inside our hidden base. As you can see, a hidden base is what hidden supply, or it could be hidden what hidden demand. If you go down the time frame, this is a hidden base. If you go down the time frame, this is the supply area. Let's go to the 15 and see exactly drop base drop. This is our supply. As you can see, price tapped into it and it had this bearish movement going down. So go up the time frame again, 4 hour. Uh, I just wanted to show you that hidden base structure I was talking about. Now, following market structure, what do you see? Breaks of structure below, right? But now we are actually what? Ranging, trading inside of the range. So price could act off of this supply again, push below, then actually take out this low here. And if it takes out this low and breaks below, we are continuing with our what? With our bearish movements going down. But if it fails to break that structure and actually breaks structure to close above, that would mean this is a strong low. This was just a retest upon the what? The demand that was provided here, and a break above the structure would be our change of character, which means we wait for that pullback into a demand and then have a continuation bias taking off these structural highs. Right. So that's it from the range that we are looking at for price. Right. There's not much to actually delve inside of this. But on the contrary, what I would like to put out there is that remember that we are in a strong supply. As you can see, price actually had a huge rejection from this area, and now it tried to cover this, but already you can see these bullish candles are actually losing momentum going to the upside. And on top of that, we do have uh, uh, con, con ah, I lost that word, confluence from this trend line. It is adding confluence to the trade that we might actually take this and then cause a higher high, which means uh, we take this structure here because it is a lower high, right? So we could take this structure, have a lower high, excuse me, a lower high, and then we could break back inside this area, have our corrective pattern to actually take price down and take this lower right here. We are bearish in this market. We are bearish, guys. So yeah, we could. This also adds a confluence as well, right? This support turned resistance, could be a resistance area. Plus, it is also a supply area, drop base drop. As you can see, we have imbalance to cover, so we could just cover that gap. Our confluence would be this trend line and this resistance structure, and we could see price plummet down, have our corrective nature around this supply area here, and have our continuation cells to the downside to actually go and mitigate further below right here, because we still have structure right below. So that is it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and uh, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and add your comments on the comment section below. Love from me, guys. Have an amazing trading week ahead. Yeah, kudos, man.